Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the tangle C-Rendipity from CZT Veena Arun. And I hope I pronounced that right. Oh, did we have fun with this tangle today? Fun. I'm going to do air quotes. Some had fun, some not so much, because today, being the third Tuesday of the month, it is Tough Tangle Tuesday, and this one is the one that I picked, and yeah, it was. Well, we all have. Even if it hurts the brain a little bit, we still end up all having fun with stuff. Um, so let me show you at least the first, and I'm gonna. Oh, there's so many variations that Veena has, and they're all amazing. And so what I decided to do is we're gonna hit those because I wanted to figure out how to do them, and so we're gonna figure it out here live together. Okay, so and actually I think I'm gonna use a little bit thicker pen for this one today. Not that thick. Let's use a 05. Okay, so it starts off, or maybe not. Second thought. It starts off with a bunch of C shapes, but we're going to alternate the direction. So I'm going to start. I want to make sure that you can see my pen, and I'm just going to do. You know what? I'm going to start this one up here because I'm thinking. I'm having this thought. C shape one direction. Oh, look at how nice that is. C shape the other direction, and just keep alternating them. I think I'll do 3 here. Well, unless you go off of the page like that. Let's try to be more careful. All right. Because I do I want you to see what it looks like uh, as a filler. Because what's nice is this can be either one. All right. So, bunch of C shapes alternating the direction like that. Then, and really all of this in the original with the step out is all C shapes. So next, find, and it doesn't matter whichever direction you started to make, because maybe you started with your C going this way. It doesn't matter. Find 2 that are back to back, so like these, and I'm going to start on the top. So looking at it this way, on the top 2, and we're going to just do a nice C shape, pairing those together. Let me move this there, and then there's a lot of alternating going on. So I'm going to look at this as a row, and so this was on the top. This one's going to go on the bottom, and this one, which is going off the page, is going to be on the top. Then next row, alternating the direction. So since this was on the top, this one is going to go on the bottom, and continuing to alternate as you go. Same thing here. Since that's on the bottom, this one's going to be on the top. And then like that. Okay. Then, and I'm going to start right here in the middle so that way you can see. So pick, it doesn't matter which way you start. So I'm picking this one because I'm then going out to both sides to find these loose ends right here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take those loose ends and connect those 2 loose ends with a big curve line like that. And for this one, I find it easier to just to find a focal point. It's like, oh, here I can do the full one, and then I can move on. So, and then same thing. Let's see. I'm going to turn my tile. I don't want it to mess anyone up. And so here's the same thing. Here's a loose end, and I'm going to take a big. This one is going off the page, but like that. And then this one would do the same. And when you have like partials, especially like this kind of a partial, sometimes you just have to like, okay, let's see. Oh, wait. Let me move it this way so you can see. This is how my brain goes. Okay, well, what do I have here? Oh, and then I find, okay, here it is here. What do I have going? Okay, so that's what I need to do. So I would I end up matching things up just to make sure I've got it right. Oh, and while I'm on this side, let's do this one. Again, loose end, we're finding the seed shapes that we just did, and then going out to either side to find those loose ends, connect them with a big curve line. And then here, that one's going to be going off of the page. I'm turning I'm saying I'm turning it because it might be more in the live classes where sometimes I know some people get thrown off by the turning of the tile, so that's why I'm saying it out loud. So that way, if it does throw you off, I apologize. We turn the tile so that way it's it's easier on our hand, and we're not like contorting and doing weird things, and that's why we do it. And sometimes too, because it's like if you can get a nice consistent curve if you utilize when you plant your the palm or the your hand this way, and you can just move your hand naturally, and that helps. Okay, so here we have the seed shapes and then a nice curve line, turning it again, and like so. And this one would come up here, and this guy, it would be here, so that would be starting that curve. Oops, and here, same thing, right? Yes. I think I got all my loose ends. All right. And I moved the camera because I was pulling it this way, and then I'm doing the other way. I apologize. All right. This is essentially it. And then you can have fun with decorating it. And I'm just debating. Well, let me pause right here and let me just show you some of what I did earlier. And some have some variations, but I'm going to go through these variations with you. But so here's some ways that you could shade it. You could shade it. Let me point out. Look at all of these shapes. So you have these shapes, which, and here's another one from earlier, which is like it was just playing around, not completely done. But putting some dots because I like that she did that. And this I was putting some orbs, like making it like the Tangle says. Didn't like it, so I started filling it in. And here, this was a variation that she did. And like I said, I'm going to demonstrate that. Here I decided to shift the C shape. So instead of having all of them going in the same direction, I alternated them here just to see how interesting that would turn out. And it does. Because there's these, the meta shapes and whatnot that you can, have fun playing with. And this, actually, sometimes it depends on which direction you look at it, and it creates something different. So, super neat. Now, what I've decided to do, instead of doing, actually, I think I'll put these on a page because I want to demonstrate them, but I want to kill two birds with one stone since I came up with it just a few minutes ago when we were doing or a few minutes ago, a little, well, it is just a few minutes, half an hour plus ago. And to help out re-explaining this, I decided to do it in colors. So red is step 1, and I'll outline this on the sheet. Red is step 1, blue is step 2, and green step 3. And I've done this on a couple other tangles, and it really did seem to help. So it's like, okay, we're going to do that. So, and in the description section, and because I did not mention it, oh, you know what I could do? Because it's not really tangulation. Let me. No, I'll wait and do it after. On this, because I did like on her sample, she did rounding. You know what? Let me just show, and I can finish it up afterwards. So, looking at the description section of this video, click on for more inspiration from the creator of the Tangle, that link, and that will take you to Veena's blog where she has this listed. And right under her step out is this one, and it's what we just did, but, and I'm going to start with the seed shapes. Oh, let me do it in the center because I like that. So starting with the seed shapes on either end, doing some rounding, and that's just literally rounding the corner off and filling in behind it. I'm doing mine kind of small. So there, oh, there, maybe you can see, just rounding off that corner, filling in. And if like this was a little bit odd shaped, so you can kind of course correct that way too. And then so besides the seed shapes, she did in the corners of these rectangular-ish shapes. And here too, it's like, okay, well that, I have a little tag coming out there. So we can just incorporate it into the design. And if I hadn't said anything, nobody would be, it's our secret, right? Nobody would be the wiser. So just a little, or if it's like this was, which was more straight, it's just a little thickening of that corner. I try to do it so that way it's neat. I guess some of them are a little too small. But I like to have it where it's, merging in and out, out of one side into the other side of the line. So it doesn't just look like a blob of ink. But you can see how it just adds a little something extra to it. And like you can play with how much weight you add on those, but just really, really neat. And, well, since I'm showing the samples, let's do this. Because this is some decorating ideas. Yeah, right next to it. And maybe I'll do this on well, we'll see. Well, I guess it needs to be a little bit bigger. She put some dots in these rectangular-ish shapes. And then, in between these, just seeing, this shape, and then basically just put a little diamond in. So you're like aura-ing these corners. And, she did a secondary one. And filled that in. And that is just neat. And I think I'm probably going to end up going back and doing all the rounding and everything on this. You'll know whatever I did because you'll have already seen you've already seen it on the front picture. But it's just neat because it creates some contrast, which is helpful with these. And then this one, because it's off the page, would just be a partial one. Like that. Really neat. Okay, so let's give this a whirl with adding color. So I'm going to start, and actually I'm just going to hit these as they come, and we shall see how we end up. Fingers crossed, because I do like to, you know what, I could have prepped these with the C shapes, but oh well. All right, let's start. And these, I'm just going to do them in a row. And I'm trying to get 5 in at least. 2, 3, and even just this part seems like it takes so much concentration just to make sure I'm getting them in the right directions. All right. So that's our first step. Then, what did I say? Second step is in blue. Okay. Her second step is the same. Oh, and I might need to add a color, so we'll see what I need to add. Second step on this first variation is the same. And that is that curved line alternating. All right. Yeah, I do need to have another color. Okay, so what it looks like is, and I'm going to make this 2 steps because I'm thinking it is, just a straight line in between here. So where the C's are facing each other. And I'm going to get one here. And then there'll be a little partial here. I might have made that go in too far, but let's see. I need an additional color. Let's make it, ooh, maybe brown, because I have that out. Okay. All right. Then, essentially aura-ing this curve, but coming from this side, and it might have gone out too far. I don't know. We'll see. So curve line coming from this end up here, again, going in the same direction, or aura-ing this. Same thing down here. Yeah, from here to here. Yes. And then, oh, so here's, yeah. So we're going alternate corners, because that's where my brain was just hanging up. Like that. And then like that. Oh, look, it's there. It's like a Z or an N, depending on which way you hold it. There we go. So this, we just have to watch how, although it still works, how long this is. And looking at her sample, oh, it looks like it's coming about midway into the seed. So I didn't notice that before, but noticing it now. And then this one is going to go up this way. Yeah. Very cool. All right, so next. So this is going to be a little bit longer video. Just warning. Okay, let's get these. Oops. Let's start with the proper color. All right, so C shapes. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to hit pause. I don't even need to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to hit pause really quick and do some of these up, so that way you don't have to wait. So pause. Well, I'll pause after this one is done. That way it's just finished. That way you know. Okay. That way you know. But you wouldn't even need to know, because if I just do it. All right. C shapes. Then the next step is the same. You know what? Let's do. I want to get this. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. This way. I want to have it kind of matching at least the beginning of hers. Okay. The direction anyway. That's what I was looking at. Okay. So curve line. Curve line. What? Curve line. Okay. Then the next step, that is green. This one, she went, so where we would be doing that, the regular step 3, right? So instead of doing this curve, she did some straight lines. And so imagine, eyeball where the middle is. And then we're going to come back up to an imaginary line that's over here. And then same thing here. And just imagining that, oh good, that'll cover up that little, my little blue dot where I almost, oops, like that. Yes. And then this one. And if you need to, sometimes I need to turn the tile just so I can see which direction, but no, this is good. And then this is going to come about right here, like that. And isn't that interesting? I mean, they're all so neat. All right. Next one. All right. So as I said, I stopped for a minute and I prepped a bunch of these with the C shapes, because you don't need to see that 12 times. Just need to see the differences in these variations. Okay. So this one, these C shapes are a little interesting. Let me start I'm trying to be consistent with the way I'm starting here. Okay. So again, looking for the back-to-backs. This one, not doing that second step the way in the step out. This time, instead of a C shape, we're doing a straight line. And this one, it looks like it's a little bit, yeah, more than halfway down. So coming from that tip, oh, it looks like the way I make my E's. and then remembering that we are alternating, right? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Sometimes it's easier to turn the tile so that way that way it's like I'm doing the same stroke over and over again. I don't have to get a new perspective or anything. And then this is going to be a half one. Okay. Then this next one step is the same as what we just did in the last variation. And that is, I have to get my bearings. Oh, right. So, yeah. So, back to back. And what we would normally, right, we would do a bigger C shape. Now, I'm not doing that. We're going to aura this. So, coming from this end, coming all the way down, you know, eyeballing the center, and then coming back up the other side. So, and let me compare that to. So here, this is the original. So where we would normally have done the big C shape, we're just coming down at it, you know, with a straight line towards the bottom. And I say this one, it was the same as, you know, we're doing the same stroke on both, which that kind of helps. All right, well, let's get this one. And that one. And so you have to, you know, definitely look at that for more inspiration link, so that way you can see it in black and white, because it is very impressive. And then she does them all. This, I mean, somebody said on a call, on our Tough Tangle Tuesdays, she really enjoyed this because of, you know, all of the playing that she did with it. And it's like, yes, totally. All right. Then, all right, the next one is, oh, pretty much the same as the others. And I'm going, you know, and maybe I'll label these. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, actually, you know, I'm going to take a picture of them in the same format as what she has. So I'll have these laid out in a page, just like she has these tangulations, so that way you can associate them. Okay. So the next one, we are starting off the same. So nice C shapes, top and bottom. And then, and again, this is just me guessing the order of things that she did. Yep. Oh, change color. This, all the same. So, you know, find the seed shapes, find the loose ends. We're going to connect those loose ends. Ooh, although this one, you really, well, let me see how I can do that. This one you almost need to have, I didn't think about it till just now. Have it going with more than one. And then this one would go here. So, let's see. Okay. Let's do quick. We'll just, I'll get one right here. Go in the same direction. Come on, pen, don't fail me now. All right, we'll do the same colors. And I'll have to look. I see, you know, it's like, okay, and now I'll make sure that if I don't have another one that I need to do this too. Okay, finding, going opposite. This one is going to be opposite this way. This way, yes. And then this is probably going to be the longest quickie video. That I have done. Okay. There we go. So here's, let's see, and you know, and I'll do this in brown. Um, so what it looks like she did from here is continued this on these kind of oval shapes. And I'm just going to do these to the center. Then brought it out a little bit with a, kind of a triangle shape, and then filled it in. But then also maybe brought it in just a little bit, just so that it looks kind of seamless. Oops, and let's make that a little rounder. And it's kind of like the whole rounding idea, but it's just, it's a little bit thicker going on these edges that are pointing in. And that's what, and that's it. So that was just really, really, that's just really neat. And you see, in this one, it looks like these lines are closer together, but it could just be that's just how it ended up. And so that is my best guess on this one. Veena, if you ever watch this, you'll have to tell me how I did in the comments. Okay, so that's the next one. All right. Then, so when I first put this down, I'm looking at my camera. I was like, yeah, it looks black. It's red. Okay, so. All right, looking. Okay, oh, it's, yeah, okay, first step is, oh, this one needs two, too. All right, sorry. Let's just get that done now. I was trying to see, and of course I put these right in the middle. All right, and yes, they all go the same direction. Okay. I am having a habit of putting mine kind of close together. I just want to point that out. Take a look and make sure, some of hers are, but it's just one of those things that I'm thinking of. That, could be a little bit further apart. Maybe. Okay. Now. So far, I see step one consistent with the step outs. Yep. And okay. And let's see. So this one, and I added this extra one because she did something a little different. So she's got some step three, and it's on the outer edges. So I'm going to do it right here. This would be a partial. Yeah, she didn't do it on the inside, so just on the outside. And oh wait, oh, I'm gonna hold it this way so I can see. Okay. Like that. And like that. Okay. And then, oh, I guess I'm gonna need an additional color. Okay. An additional color besides the brown. Okay, so looking at these gaps right here, she, from this corner, let's see, she did curve lines, and if you think of it as kind of aura-ing these shapes right here. So I'm just going to do that on the one side. That's a partial. hold on a second. It looks like it's getting blurry, and I don't know why. Oh, look at how it changed color when I try to focus it. Silly camera. Okay. All right, I think that's all. Holding this in the right direction here. Oh. Like, wait a minute. And my eyes keep one, two. Oh, she's got one more row than I do. That's why I was hesitating. Okay. So, these little V shapes. And then let's pick let's go orange. All right. And then, turn your tile so that way you can do the same thing over again. So from these corners down, crossing over. So you're kind of like keeping the same distance from here to here. And so then that creates that neat diamond in there. Like that. Super cool. Like I said, hers, she's got 4 rows of C's, where I just have 3. Okay. Fun. And I hope you don't mind me figuring this out live. And it makes it even more fun. All right. Next. All right. This one. This is the test. This is my test. And I don't need to do more lines on this one. Okay, good. All right, so this one looks like step 1 is the same. So there we go. Then, so this is interesting. Then green is next. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So instead of step 3 going all the way, the big arch, right? We're not doing that. We're going to do this. And I'm going to leave that as the one step. And let's see, and it would come, gosh. I don't want to confuse things, but no, that's okay. Turn the tile, so that way it's like the same thing over again. Yes. And, sorry, here. Yeah, so it's like we're creating the arch. We are just stopping just shy of. Okay, and then oh, and then from here, let's see, because we're going to have like this. We're going to have a line that came from over here in about like that. Okay, there we go. So that is this. You'll be able to do all of this in one stroke, but I want to be able to differentiate the pieces so you can see. All right, then we're taking this, creating a curved line, and and keeping just a little bit of a distance, thinking on the lines of aura-ing. Same thing here, and this would be the same here and here. And so we're just looking at the loose ends. That is something to consider. Just looking at the loose ends. Then this one's going to aura here. This one's going to aura here. Like that. Again, loose ends. And then there would be one coming up here. Like that. but that way you can really see how that's done. Versus if I did it all in the same color, yeah, you wouldn't be able to see. Okay, super neat. Halfway through these, although the next one is kind of similar. Well, we'll give it a play and see if we need to do it. Well, no, because I said I was going to do this a certain way, so I better. Okay. Next. Okay. First step is not done the same way. All right, let's see what we did. Oh, well, okay. We're doing it, but we're hollow bowing in between here. That's the best way to think about it. So here would be my seed shape, stopping here, traveling on the other side, and continuing just like a hollow bow. Okay. So similar. Then you know it's all similar, just hollow bowing. It looked so different. The end result looked so different that I was being confused. Okay, and let's get here. That loose end. Coming up and around, hollow bowing that gap. And that's it. All right, let's see. The next one is, it looks similar, but it's different. Okay, oops, and this loose end would be going there. So what's neat is it creates, like this, it almost looks like, yeah, like it's made them separate versus connected, and I don't know, it just makes me think of, like, they look like little beans or something. I don't know. All right, so there's that one. All right. Now this one is quite a bit different. And in looking at it, here's how I see it. So that first step of creating the seeds, yeah, this is completely different. So I'm going to create the seed. I'm going to stop there. We're going to do this direction on all the seeds that are going that same direction. We're going to put a nice seed shape in like that. Yeah, so I'm like going, I hope I'm right. Yes, I'm right. Okay. And then we're going to flip it, do the same on the other side. Okay. There we go. Next. Get the right color here. All right. Then. So we're coming from this loose end. So instead of doing the big arch, we're doing this loose end. Oh, I wish I would have made that a little bit different, but that's okay. Yeah, we're making the loose end, and we're essentially just auraing that. What I was saying is, like, if I had made this kind of come up a little bit more, then it would look like it's continuous, kind of like this, and that would be a way to do it. So if I had done that, I could put that here and come up. But this loose end down here, we'll flip it. We'll do it a different. We'll see if it works the other way. So, whoops, sorry. This loose end is going to come here, and again, remembering it's the loose ends. But what if I did this, and I kind of hollow bow that? Yeah, like that. Either way, I did it this way so that way I could pretend like I'm hollow bowing versus coming from here and then having to, like, aim. It just works better that way. So, and let me show you, because as I was looking, I'm like, oh, these look the same. It's just a different direction. But no, they look similar. But the way to do it, but but they're not. Oh, so neat. Yeah, because this, you have the seeds on opposite sides, and this, I mean, they're opposite sides, but it's just the way it's constructed. Okay. Neat. Neat. Okay. Next. First step is the same, or I should say second step. The C shapes, yes, they look exactly the same. All right, so let's do upper, lower, upper. Oh, okay. And then, oh, this one needs to have another row. This is how you can tell when that I'm, oh, I guess I better do it this way. That I'm just doing this live. I don't like to take cuts, or to make cuts or anything. Just, it is what it is, and that makes it fun. I might add another row. We'll see how this turns out, but I'll do it after. Okay. Let us continue that. And so this one would be at the bottom, top, bottom. All right. Loose end. Loose end here. And it, okay, we are aiming from this loose end to the middle of this space. And then we're going to come back to this loose end. All right. Like so. And it's going to be the same over here on this side. And always remembering it's on the loose ends. Now this, wait, let's see. Oh, and then I would have one coming here. And this, as you know, she doesn't have them meeting in the middle. There's a little gap there. Oh, but wait, there's more. I have other loose ends. Huh? Oh, so, oh, yeah. So this, looking at her center. Yeah, so this, okay, this one is going to come. Yeah, it's like it's not looking right, but then looking right at the same time. Going to come down here. This loose end coming down and meeting it. This one, and again up here. Yeah, so I will probably draw another set. Because we can't have any of these loose ends here hanging out. Okay, and then like then this one would be going here, that one would be going there. And it just it's just neat. And then on top of it you can decorate from there. Okay. Fun. All right. Next, another one that I need to add C shapes. And while I'm at it, here I was trying to save time, but I didn't think to look at this part. So some of these variations are not necessarily going to work as a border as the tangle itself does. It's just some of these like this, they're traveling, and it makes a difference that you have them connecting. All right, this step 2, seed shapes, same. Get my hand here so that way it's not in the way. And these, oh, no, so this is similar to the last one. And okay, let me get, well, the way I have mine kind of configured. Okay, we're going to imagine that the other end is going to be out here. So we're coming from this loose end and coming into the center as we did but. I was trying to see if I have one. Oh, I think I could do that. Oh, all the way here. Okay, this it's just going to continue to go. Here, let me just jump over here because it's going to go from this loose end to this loose end. A straight line. I'm looking to see if she had, oh, she does have one. Okay. So here to here, straight line. And then, so we're doing like a big X. This straight line, this loose end, excuse me, to that one. And then, oh, I'll do that for the next step actually. Okay, and then, okay, here's in the middle. Why am I losing? I need something crossing here. Oh, yes. Oh, wait, here. Wait. Yeah. Right? Gosh, it does hurt the brain after a little bit. Yeah, that's right. And it's going to cross in the middle and then continue on to the thing on the other side. Whew, okay, there we go. And here, we're aiming for that center, and it's off the page. This one, and then it's like just finding the loose ends. And where do they go? This one, because it's going to be, oh, I haven't done that one there yet, but here, oh, right, this one is going to go up here. This one also up here. So it's like, so looking at the C shape this way, we're going in the, so this is on the bottom, we're going up to the top. This one's on the top, and we're going to, to the bottom. So thinking of it opposite that way, that just all of a sudden helped me. So like this is on the top, so I'm aiming for this opening here at the bottom. That's going to shoot way over there to whatever's off the page. And I think I have all of my loose ends covered. No, I don't. Top. This one's going to come down here. Okay. And that one would go there. And this one. And just because I have to get the partials. Okay. Then in the middle of these little X's, she just puts an orb. We'll do a little partial orb here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it just looks so cute. And this would be a partial here. Am I missing one? Okay. And that's it for that one. All right. 2 more. All right. I think I can leave this as it is. Yes. Okay. This one. Step 1. Oops. Oh, no, this is the right way. Step 1 is the same. Okay. Or actually, I'll take that back. I've already done step 1. Step 2 is the same. Step 3 is the same. Yes. Okay. Oh, and let's get these partials. Or that one partial. All right. And there is an added step here. And so on where these are open, she just came back with a little, a little curve line and a spiral. So aim towards the center there. Like that. And yeah. So it's almost like you're creating like the top of a seed shape, sort of. And like I said, just aim for that center. this one, will be sort of a partial there. And that's it for that one. That's what I did on this one here. So you can see it kind of in a, well, and I made them, unfortunately, rather small, but that's the one that I did here. But I also did the rounding in the, on the corners of that one. All right. Last. This one, getting my sides mixed up. All right. Step 2, this is step 1 is done. Step 2 is the same, making the seed shapes. Okay. Then step 3 is a little different. Okay. So step 3, we're going to do the curve line, but then just as it gets to the end, we're going to add a little, curlicue, a little spiral. Like that. And let's see. And she looks like, yeah, she's got them all going the same direction. So I will not turn my tile. So, and you know what, and honestly, it's Zentangle, so it's not, well, wait a minute. Yeah, so it honestly, it doesn't matter, but. So it's like just shy of that other line. And then this one, because it's a partial, that would go over. But let's see. I'm thinking, like, where is that one going to go? Oh, that would be this one. So this would have coming in a little spiral. Just so it's consistent. There we have it. Well, I hope that this helped. Like I said, I might finish some of these up. Like this one, that it does help to have all 3 lines. But I hope that this helped for those variations. Like I said, it's a beautiful tangle, and so much fun with all of these tangulations. It's just wonderful. So again, hope you enjoyed it. Information is in the description section. And actually, if you enjoyed it, please click like. I would appreciate that if you do. And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, would love to have you be a subscriber. It's funny, I see a lot of views and very little likes, so that helps. That helps me to know that you like it. And it also helps to spread the word. So if you enjoy the work that I do, we want to share it with other tanglers. So that helps, all of that. In fact, even leaving comments, sharing, all of that stuff also helps. In the description section, I mentioned links to the step outs, ways to connect with me if you wish. If you would like to join me on a Tough Tangle Tuesday, it's the 3rd Tuesday of the month. The torture is provided for free. And then I also have on Thursdays, Thursdays is my time, Tuesdays is my time. We have people from all over the world that come. So for some of them, it's the next day. So that's why I mentioned it's my time in Michigan. But yeah, if you'd like to join us, like I said, and we're just exploring tangles, having fun with them. Sometimes we hurt our brains a little bit, but it's okay. We recover. We survived. And it's good. And we even have a t-shirt graphic that you can have if you have survived it. Oh my gosh, do we ever have fun? And thank you to Sandy for creating the t-shirt graphic. All right. So listen, classes are listed there. And if you'd like to hang out with us crazy Tangle addicts on Facebook, if you happen to be on Facebook, there is a link also to our private Facebook page. There are membership questions in order to gain entry, just so you're aware. And also, my Facebook page is there, so if you want to follow me there, you'll see when I post classes and things like that. So, and heck, while I'm at it, if you haven't subscribed to my blog, please do that as well. When I send out the replays, I generally send them out on the blog. The first thing they do is they hit YouTube, because that's where I post everything. So if you're subscribed to the channel, you'll see them. But if you're subscribed to the blog, then you'll see the recap when I get that posted, which will have the screenshots of everyone's beautiful work, and then any of the individual um, pictures that I either swipe from our group or are sent to me. So it's a nice resource. So if you enjoy the Tangle, it's a good resource because I've got links to everything on there, and just the inspiration from the pictures from this amazing group of tanglers is just it's worth looking at. So with that, thanks again so much for hanging with me at for this the probably longest Zentangle Quickie that I have done yet. There was maybe one other one that same thing, had a lot of variations, and we just had to explore them. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.